Hi, I'm Jess Dell Andrews, a Canadian certified counselor here at Eckert Center in Calgary, Alberta. If you're parenting a younger teen right now and you're wondering, why does everything suddenly feel so hard? This video is for you. If you have a child that's just entering their teen years, that means that they were in kindergarten, grade 1 or grade 2 during COVID-19 lockdowns. And in my practice, I'm hearing from many parents that they're noticing more anxiety, emotional overwhelm, school struggles, shutdown, irritability, or social withdrawal than they expected at this age. And I think it's really important that parents hear this clearly. Your child is not doing something wrong, they are not broken, and you are not failing. At Eckert Psychology and Education Center in Calgary, Alberta, we work from attachment-informed and nervous system-informed approaches. And one of the biggest things that we do when we work with parents and teens is help you understand this. A lot of what might look like maladaptive behavior actually makes sense when we understand the backstory of what your teen's nervous system has been through. Their behavior is often protective and not pathological when we get curious about it. In the COVID-19 pandemic, during those formative years of development, many kids lost repeated opportunities for social practice, peer mirroring, confidence building, co-regulation, and opportunities for relational safety in group settings. Their nervous systems adapted to a time when uncertainty, isolation, and stress was rampant. So now, years later, we are noticing some teens are struggling with things like social anxiety, emotional flooding, like going from 0 to 100 instantly, school avoidance, rejection sensitivity, nervous system overload, difficulty separating from their parents, or sometimes feeling emotionally younger compared to their peers. Instead of asking, what's wrong with my teen, it can be helpful to ask, what is their nervous system trying to protect them from? That shift can change the view, and it can change us from a shame-based place to a more curious posture. What we know about teens and shame is that shame does not usually work. It does not usually create regulation, but connection does. Felt safety does. And learning to have nervous system awareness gives you the tools to move in that direction. Teens are building resilience. They're in a really formative period of their life as a teen as well, and puberty is hit, and the hormones are all over the place, and friendships suddenly mean so much more. Teens are building resilience through things like safe relationships, manageable challenges, nervous system support, and repeated experiences that teach them, I can do something hard that I didn't think I could do, and I can survive it. That is what builds confidence and independence and regulation in teens. The good news about nervous systems is that they can learn. They are adaptable. With support, teens can absolutely grow in their nervous system regulation. They can grow in their confidence, in cognitive flexibility, and their resilience over time. We know that there are two key ingredients that are needed for our body's nervous systems to move out of threat mode and into relaxed or connection mode. Number one is felt safety. This can be both perceived safety and objective safety. It can be emotional safety as well as physical safety. And number two is connection. Connection is not something fluffy. It is actually an innate human survival need. It is as important to our bodily survival as food, water, and shelter, and our nervous system treats it that way. This can be a reason why teens can be quite hypervigilant around potential rejection. One of the most impactful ways that parents can support their teens with both felt safety and connection is through emotional validation. So here are the 4 steps to emotional validation. Number 1, listen. Slow down, give your full attention. Number 2, label. Sometimes teens may be having trouble finding the word for their feeling. So you could offer a guess. You could say, are you feeling sad right now? And it's okay if you don't guess right. And if your teen corrects you, that's okay. That's just information. And it's helping you and your teen navigate and find the label that feels like it does fit. Step 3 is validate. So basically saying, oh, that makes sense that you're feeling that way. It makes sense that you're feeling overwhelmed because you have a lot going on right now. And step 4 is problem solve. Problem solve comes last. Problem solve comes later. It can even be later tonight, later tomorrow. Once a teen is feeling emotionally validated, seen, heard, and understood, once their nervous system has a bit of time to calm down, that's when it's the right time to problem solve and work together to find next steps. A few key principles to keep in mind about emotional validation. You can validate the feeling or your teen's point of view without agreeing with their point of view or without agreeing with their behavior that goes along with the feeling. So validate the feeling, not the behavior. You can also think of the principle connect first, problem solve later. Another way of saying it is connect before correct. So those are a few things that I'm thinking about as I'm meeting with parents and teens in my practice here. I would love to hear from you, parents. Have you noticed any changes in your teen as your child is entering their teen years that you are thinking might be connected to the pandemic? And does this help? Does seeing things through a nervous system lens help your teen's behaviors make more sense? Let me know in the comments or reach out for a free 15-minute consultation if you're interested in support. You're definitely not alone in this.